Welcome everyone to Midnight Coffee with Faisal, and it's good to be back after 5 years, 5 months break from the talk show, and as you know that I was hit by COVID, and although I'm now negative, but the road to recovery is challenging, yeah, and I still have. Throat irritation and coughing from time to time, but that's why I did not do any live streaming for the past 5 weeks. But I'm glad that I'm back this time around, and I hope you guys are excited as well with me about the tonight show. And for those who first time joining us, welcome, yeah, welcome. And for those who are regulars with us, a huge welcome to all of you, and welcome back to this show. And thank you for being with us on the show and supporting my Midnight Coffee talk show. Yeah. For those who are joining us, please shout out in the box as to where you are viewing this from. Say hello or comment or input as we go along. You can also follow me on my Spotify, which is under Project Talk. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel under Doc Faisal. And I'm also on Facebook under Doc Faisal 2. And I'm also on Instagram under Doc Faisal _. Basically, I am an independent management consultant and a business project management coach to help clients to implement solutions. The thing is that why I put business project management coach or business project management is that every time I introduce myself as a project director or project manager, people always have the perception that I comes from the IT industry, construction industry, or architecture background, and all those things. I mean, they are not wrong, yeah, and they are not wrong. The project management was a part of the management evolution during the management scientific management era, and it has been within the realm of management for quite some time. It's just that during the pandemic, where every one of us during the lockdown face huge challenge of running the business, and we are looking for new ways of delivering results. So most organizations are coming out with new business models. When you talk about new business models, you have to throw away your previous management model, because BAU or business as usual no longer work under the new business model. And this is where project management has taken a center stage at this point of time, where it give organizations, yeah, it give organizations with an avenue, to be more adaptive, yeah, more adaptive and more agile. In responding to the ever-changing business landscape. You're talking about VUCA, complexity, ambiguity, and uncertainty. Yeah, they are full of uncertainty. So you have to be very agile and you have to be very adaptive to the business environment. And this is what I always coach my client, is that you have to find a new management model to support your business management, your new business model. So basically, my show is about casual conversation. There is no proper structure, formal or whatever. Not. It's a very laid back chit chat. With ordinary people, people like you and I, that are taking extraordinary actions. Yeah, that takes extraordinary actions. And tonight, I'm happy to have a guest. Yeah, thank you to her, because she has been in my previous 2 streams before, and she's willing to come back again to speak. And what I'll do is that I let her introduce herself and talk about what she's doing, the challenges that she is facing when she comes on board. So what we'll do is that I will bring her on board shortly after this. Welcome, Kuralay.
Hello, Dr. Faisal. How
Hi,
are
how
you
are
doing?
you? I'm fine, thank you. Horosho, Horosho. I'm good.
Harasha.
Horosho.
You too, Harasha. All is well.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
for
mean,
having me.
yeah, I have not. I mean, I've not have got a chance to speak Kazakh or Russian for quite some time because of the pandemic. I've not been going to Astana to do my lectures. But okay, that's me. But tonight, thank you, Korlai, for making time to come on the show tonight. And basically, you can introduce yourself to the audience as to who you are and how you get into where you are now. Because I know you're from Kazakhstan, but I
Mhm.
believe you are now in Dubai, right? Spoiler.
That's right.
So maybe you can say something to the audience, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. It's a great privilege, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. And yeah, well, I am from Kazakhstan, like you mentioned originally, and then I'm now in Dubai. But there is a little something in between, and that is something that connects us. This is how we got connected. I studied and lived in Malaysia for the 4 years, and that's where I started my digital marketing career. I think that's also how we know each other as acquaintances through the university I studied in and you worked in as well. Just to tell you a little bit more about the background and what I do now, I'm working with the Liana Technologies, which is a global marketing cloud SaaS technology company with many offices around the world. In Southeast Asia, that would be in Hong Kong, and here in Dubai, one of the biggest Middle East offices. And I'm heading the Liana Services department here in Middle East, and it's a great opportunity, and it's an excitement journey with them. And I've been with them for the past I don't know, maybe 5 years now.
Hmm.
It's going for 5 years, and I really love it. It's very dynamic, young company. We just had yesterday our cloud day with all the updates, and I could tell you it was a very good vibe in a company, and looking forward to new things happening in this industry, in the SaaS and technology industry as well. So, but on the other side as well, additional to that, I'm also working right now. I have recently launched my own personal brand,
Ah.
which is called Digital Marketing Superpower. You might have heard it since you subscribe to my LinkedIn and Instagram channels. Yeah, and people who watch us as well, they might already heard about that, and this is something I talk about a lot. What I do with this personal brand, what it is basically a tool for me, a channel to share my knowledge and expertise in digital marketing, as simple as that. Through the means of workshops, webinars, some kind of online products such as downloadable brochures and so on, strategies, and I use social media channels such as YouTube videos. I post about two times a month, and I try to do it more often now. And Instagram on daily basis using different tools. LinkedIn, I write articles there. So being a digital marketeer, it excites me, and promoting my personal brand through different channels, through content, through different ways is also very interesting and exciting. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about. What was the topic of today's conversation, because there's also lots of challenges in that when you just launch a new brand, a new online product, and that is all part of digital marketing.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I subscribe to your IG, LinkedIn
Yeah.
page, and yeah, you are very active, almost on Instagram, almost every day. If I missed, there will be. I have missed a lot, so a lot of things. You are very active, and on that, and that is why. Um, I mean, you must be very busy person. And I saw on your Instagram that you just came back from a holiday in Italy or something like that.
Yes, right. Yeah, we discussed that as well briefly on the chat with you. I was 1 month in Italy for a summer holiday, but I was also on my maternity leave. So, as you said, I'm very busy. I just had a second child, 2 months old, and I also have a
Congratulations.
two-year-old toddler. Thank you. And that was my maternity leave, vacation slash workation, because I never stopped working. So I also keep working on my client projects, on my personal brand development, creating more content and ideas just popping up in the head. So
Yeah, that's why I'm
that's why.
surprised. That's why I'm surprised. You're on vacation, but I still see you on Reels, IG Reels, and Instagram. I mean, on LinkedIn, doing work and all those things. So that's why you say vacation rather than vacation.
Exactly. And it's not actually something that's a burden to me, because in the end, being a digital marketeer, you can work from anywhere at any time of the day or night, as long as you have a Wi-Fi and a laptop. So that's amazing. I've been at some point in Italy. I even popped up my laptop to update a few emails and do some list of calls and so on
Yeah.
during our beach visit. So we were on the beach and we were working. So it's that easy. I mean, it's that easy to be connected.
Yeah. And for the viewers who are viewing us live, please shout out in the box as to where you are coming from, and if you have any queries or any question regarding the digital marketing, please put it in the comment, and we will pick it up from there. Kuralay and I will pick it up from there, and then we will take on your queries or any questions or any feedback. Yeah. Okay. Kuralay, what you are doing right now, and why you are doing it?
Yes, all right. So, as part of my personal brand digital marketing superpower, it's mostly educating people about what is digital marketing, and how vast is the industry itself, how much opportunities are there, how many skills you can learn. And I'm doing that through the means of workshop, some tips and tricks, some free content through social media channels such as Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Mhm.
And that is also a way for me to find new clients for my own job at Liana Technologies. But it's also a way to help people to understand more about digital marketing. As as we spoke with you in one of our conversations, there are still after the coronavirus, after everything went digital, 100 or above 200%, there are still people who don't really understand completely the differences between digital marketing, let's say, and media advertisement, or different other channels of marketing. So digital marketing itself is a huge field and industry. Just was reading recently some statistics of 2022. Digital marketing represents 480 billion dollars industry this year,
Wow.
and it's about to double that by 2026. And in the
Oh,
past
sorry,
year,
480.
480 billion dollar
Ooh.
is the second biggest in the IT. In the if you take an IT sector, there is a
Mm.
cybersecurity, there is advertisement, there's digital marketing advertisement, but then there is other parts of it. So digital marketing is one of the biggest, the second biggest in the
Mm.
IT structure. So what it includes, it's a lot of things. It's services. Mainly it's about the services, advertising online,
Mhm.
website, everything that helps you to promote services or products online. Um, so I realized that, as you mentioned, also there is still a part of people in the world. Maybe it's a C-level corporates, or it's a senior people who are above a certain age, that don't really understand what it is, how it works, and how much effort it takes digital marketeers to actually do their job.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so as I mentioned, it's actually something that could be behind the scenes a lot, but there's a lot of work, and it's not only about Instagram posting on any kind of social media. It's a lot of strategy going on, thoughts, planning. Then there's a lot of content creation. Then there's a lot of knowledge you need to gain about each of those channels, the way they work, because each of those channels, just take Facebook for example, it
Yeah.
has its own algorithms that you need to learn, and you need to know how to utilize in order to promote your product the best. Then the website itself, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different product that you need to manage, and then you have the different tools to promote it, like search engine Google. So there's lots of things attached to digital marketing, and the main question is why you want to do it. is simply
Uh,
because the numbers talk to itself. Again, but going back to statistics, in the past 1 year after the pandemics, 66% of the companies, corporate companies, corporate brands, have increased their budgets. Sorry, most of the companies increased their budget by 66% for digital marketing. That's a lot.
yeah.
It's meaning if you used to spend, let's say you're a small business and you used to spend $2,000 a year for your company, you're now spending about 3,500 on that, and that's a lot. And if you're a big corporation, that's in millions as well.
Yeah.
So and just to think about it, it's a huge industry that will continue growing. On another side, why am I also doing lots of workshops? Is that nowadays people after the coronavirus and started to work remotely, they're
Mm.
looking for different ways to earn money
Mhm.
online. They want to be more free because now everybody, let's say almost everybody, I know, everyone I know, I would say 80% of them are working from home,
Yeah.
and they don't go to the offices at all because there's simply no need
Yeah.
anymore. Or you work hybrid, and it's basically you could still go for 3 months and stay in Phuket and work from there and be even more proficient, more effective in your job
Yeah. Very
because
true.
you have that work-life balance, and you probably get more satisfaction sitting on the beach and
Yeah.
actually ticking off those to-do lists for work.
Yeah.
But and people are looking for ways to continue doing that, continue enjoy this remote work lifestyle. And the one way is to dive into the digital marketing industry. So it's actually not that difficult to start gaining those soft skills. And
Mm.
it's not something that you would learn in a university, or it's not something you can just learn by watching YouTube videos,
Mhm.
and so on. There's lots of different tools, as I mentioned, and it takes a lot of practice to become a certain level expert in each of them, and then finding your niche in digital marketing, becoming an expert in that. I know some people who have become only Amazon advertising experts. So this
Okay.
is like a small fraction of digital marketing. There is another channel called Amazon in
Okay.
e-commerce, and there are specialists who can help your business to be on Amazon
Okay.
and to help you do the advertising, to optimize your page, and so on and so on and so on, so that you can sell more through that tool, Amazon, and
Mm.
get more money for your business. So those specific people, they need for Amazon advertising only. Then there are also lots of people who are in social media management. That's another niche.
Yeah.
So you need to learn different kind of skills to find out what's your niche. So I'm looking, what I'm doing, I'm not really focused on one specific skill like social media. I'm not only sharing tips on how to grow your Instagram and so on. I'm doing more of a digital marketing complete skills because it's a big area, and I know most of the channels and I have most of the skills that I've practiced in digital marketing. So that is really exciting also for me to learn new skills and to
Mhm.
share that with the people. And I hope that with my personal brand, many people can actually start thinking of moving into this, let's say, remote living, or we call it digital. There are different labels on that: digital
Yeah.
nomad,
Yeah.
digital nomad
Yes.
lifestyle.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
lots of labels,
Yeah.
but the truth is, it's just gaining some freedom, earning
Uh,
money online, and learning new skills that can always be useful because now 100% is online.
yeah. No, actually, you have raised quite a number of interesting point that I want to would like to inquire or ask you. Yeah, but before that, there's something coming in from Amran. Amran Tomin. Well, thank you, Amran, and for being with us tonight. Can you share your experience dealing with digital marketing strategies for new product launches?
Yeah,
Ah, okay. Can we take that question later after I've
after your
asked
question.
after my some of my questions? Yeah.
Sure, sure,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Amran, for that.
Thank you, Amran.
There are a few things that you have surfaced because I read in a research report recently in Italy, especially that almost 50% of the workforce are now going into absent workforce, and they are moving towards last year is about almost 70 to 80%. that they are working remotely, and they find it very good because it helps to reduce the company operating expenses. And then because of the siesta and all those things, they are getting more productivity out of that arrangement. Yeah, maybe you can share later. Yeah, your experience.
Observation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your experience when you are in Italy, and then you
Hmm.
also talk about the C level, senior people who undermine the the demand of digital marketing, especially the back end processes, because a lot of people only see what's up front. Even like
Yeah.
for us today having a live stream, people only see Dr. Faisal and Kuralay is having a conversation, but the back end, the investment they need to do, and then the having a team of people to do all those production, content creation, and all those things. I think that is what is missing from that one. That's the second point that I want you to raise. And then you also mentioned about hybrid learning. You talk about doing online teaching. Maybe you can share some of the challenges
Yeah.
that you face when you are doing your training, digital marketing training. You are doing a digital marketing training to digital marketeers on the digital platform. So I think you will face a lot of challenges. Okay, so
Hmm.
before you answer that, maybe we can take Amran's question while he's still fresh with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Amran, thank you so much for your question. Can you share your experience dealing with digital marketing strategies for new product launches? Absolutely. Yeah. I've had quite a few projects based on that, based on the launching new products. But I will tell you just one thing, that every product would have a different approach. Every strategy has to be personalized more or less. But the first thing you need to look at is your potential customer, your audience, and your customer. So recently read this cool article that has actually shifted my mindset as a digital marketeer. We often talk about customers as buyers. We call them customers. We call them buyers. But as digital marketing, there is a long digital journey, online journey, that this customer, potential customer, is going through to find out about your new product. So when you launch your product, I would think you need to first focus on that, on not your customer who actually buys it or eventually will buy it, but the audience experience. So they call it audience experience. There is a CX as a customer experience, but there is a new way of calling it, and which is actually a correct way, and it's just mind blowing. It is audience experience, AX, which actually is driving your potential customers through the journey of now 80% of people after coronavirus, still we are researching everything online. Even if we need to go out five steps away, we need to research how we're gonna go there approximately. True, true, and I'm one of those people. And the truth is, we're still in that mindset, and I think it's gonna stick around for a while. We research everything online. If we see that restaurant, like it's right in front of me, and instead of like sometimes going there and I just think this one and that one in front of me, I'm just gonna search for Google reviews or whatever reviews there, like you have Zomato and so on. So now a lot of people doing that online research. So there's a long journey before the awareness. Your audience is going through awareness, then they go through the actually portraying the interest, and then finally making decision. So you need to create that beautiful journey for them. Identify first what is your audience, what do they need, how are they actually finding you online. And
Mm.
that's where you have billions of people watching, and that's your truth to be told. Whatever product you launch, you have billions potential audience online. So that is something you need to think about it. And then how are you going to how are they going to find you first online? Because they're gonna read those reviews. How are you going to create those positive reviews, positive experience for them through online channels such as Google? Can they find you? Is your SEO optimized? Is your website mobile optimized? And so on. So provide that experience, and that's what's most important when you launch a new product. Or even if you already have an existing product and you want to promote it, and it's, let's say you don't have much sales and you want to boost your digital marketing. So that's it. But also, it depends what kind of channels you need to use. It depends on your product. Let's say if you
Mm.
are a if you're launching a cosmetics product, I would say Instagram influencers do more of the video content and so on. But if you're launching, let's say like me, online product about education, it's an e-education product. Then I would suggest to go, and it depends who's your customer, right? Who's your audience. Um, and that would probably lead me to the point number three that you, Dr. Faisal, mentioned, that what kind of challenges I'm facing is one of the main challenges is my audience as well. I'm still identifying who is my audience and where they are at. As I mentioned, I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and I think that most of the people are there, but I still don't know which of those channels is the most important one that I need to focus on for my audience. So I'm just trying to push content all three of them at the same time, because on LinkedIn you would expect the corporates, the employees, the working people, and then on Instagram you would expect just lifestyle, family, and friends. And the
Mhm.
people who just want to get some more entertainment type of content. And then you have YouTube, which is, to me, it's a huge experience, a lifestyle experience and research platform. And that's where most people try to learn new skills and just to learn anything new on YouTube. So yeah, I would say combination of those. But if you can, Amran, mention definitely what kind of product in what field industry you launch, and maybe I could give you more precise tips on that.
Okay, thank you, Amran. I mean, maybe you can pen down the industry that you're coming from, and then maybe Kuralay can talk about more focus towards your product launches. Yeah, I know, but I just want him to. He's a friend of mine, so maybe let him pen down rather than me telling you. But the thing is, you from what I gather from what you have said just now, based on Amran's question, is that there is a shift when you talk about digital marketing, from traditional marketing, excuse me, from traditional marketing or conventional marketing to digital marketing. There is a
Yeah.
shift in the process. Yeah, because usually in the product launches you talk about market, you talk about customers, but in
Mhm.
digital marketing, you put something upfront, which is the audience analysis.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Ah,
because it is true, right? It's something that has changed also my mindset. It is audience, it's not the customer yet. And it is something that could be your customer in now, immediately. It could be in 3 months, it could be in 3 years, and so on and so on.
okay.
So it depends on the product. Automotive industry, awesome. I have some really cool automotive industry clients as well, mine here in Middle East.
Okay,
And
good. Maybe you can share. Maybe you can share. I see Amran has responded. Thank you, Amran, for responding to the question by Kuralay about you are in automotive industry. Maybe yes, please. Maybe you can share some of the. Uh, his question was experience in dealing with digital marketing strategies for new product launches,
yeah,
and then he is in automotive industry. So let me pop out again his question,
yeah,
dealing with digital marketing strategies for new product launches in automotive industry. Please, over
yeah.
to you, Kurai.
I think I will link it also to. Thank you, Amra, for specifying that. That's really awesome that you're in automotive industry. I think I would also link it to your last comment that you mentioned, that there is a shift from a traditional marketing to digital marketing. The thing is, with automotive industry, there is still a mix. Especially when you launch a new product, you still
Mm-mm.
need to buy sort of traditional media such as billboards and so on. So if we're talking about this kind of level automotive brand, like let's say Mercedes, BMW, wherever the brand that we know about, you still need to be present. You need to have this huge brand awareness, just to have this media awareness with the majority of population. Um, on the other side, if you are into launching a smaller size automotive brand and it's completely new thing, let's say it's a hybrid electric car or whatever, it's a your innovation and so on, and you're really new to the market and you're trying to enter the market, I would say the creativity is the key. Again, first things first is your audience, your customer research, and how are they going to find you. But I think the creativity here is the key. You need to really come up with cool ways, creative ways to present your product, and it has to be something where you create an intrigue. um, and it doesn't really matter at this point what channels you're going to use, whether you're going to launch it on Instagram and so on. I would go for all channels and do it live and do something really creative. Let's say you are launching, I'm just coming up with ideas right now. Let's say you're launching this new hybrid flying car or electric car. Let's just say it's a completely new product in the market, and a brand that not many people know about it, completely new product. I would go really creative with this. Let's say you could involve some I don't know, just do something that automotive brands have never done before. I don't know, invite a Diplo DJ from US, let him DJ during your launch, or invite any kind of local, or if it is something really cool. And so again, talking about your target audience, let's say those are the people, the budget of the car is for the young people, and it is a two-seat city light car, and you would promote it mainly for the young people, for the students and so on. So in that case, maybe you want to have some kind of street party involving into the launch, and you document it all on live stream through YouTube like we do right now. And that would be
Mm-hmm.
something where billions of people can join that party, because again, everything is remote now, and having a party that is happening online is nothing new anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And just and share that product details. With automotive, it's a physical product. It's not like mine, it's not an online product. It's a physical product where you have different parts of the car, different features of the car. When you can actually show a potential customer represented in ethnicity, age, gender, driving that car. So show as much details as possible about the product details. And then, of course, there's different tools like social media where you can actually boost that interest of the audience. And I think you just need to be very creative with the launch. The launch itself has to be a huge thing. It has to be intrigued. Invite different collaborations. I don't know, local superstars, rising musicians who can actually host the event, and maybe some, I don't know, do the breakdowns on the roof of the car, something that has never happened before. I think that is something that is winning right now, and I've noticed a lot of automotive brands here in Middle East doing that right now.
Sorry, the most of the automotive industry in Middle East are doing like what you have just described. Is it? That means
Yeah,
without
well, I
saying the
would say
brand.
they're trying. They're not doing breakdance on the roof of the top of the car. Just to be clear, I haven't seen that yet. But I think they're trying to be very creative with their
Okay.
launch.
All right.
Um, Other than that, of course, what they do is they go for 100% all digital marketing channels when they communicate the launch of the new product. So they use email marketing, automations, website, Google Ads, social media, all social media channels, all tools on social media channels. They do advertisement on social media. They buy all the media that is billboards, TV, radio, I don't know, magazines. So they go 100% all channels when there is a new.
Uh, okay. So
But I think the creativity wins in this case.
yeah. Okay, so meaning to say that okay, fine, the normal conventional marketing, you still need it to be there. I mean, the
Yeah.
physical marketing. For the digital marketing, what do you think about going onto the metaverse? I mean, using the metaverse as to launch your product, like in this case, in automotive industry, yeah, doing the car, you can go into the metaverse and then look at the car running or operating it and all those things. But what you are saying is very, I mean, after having all those things, but what is important is the number of clicks that you get from things that is going into the into your postings. I think
Yeah,
that's where you were saying you have to do an audience analysis, and then what do they favor, what is the favor of this group of people, because you said it can be it can be the buyer, it can be a potential buyer, but what you want to open yourself to the product is to the audience around the world.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
because now there are no limits, right? You don't really have to enter one market at a time. You can launch it globally and using, like you said, metaverse as well. I think in the perspective of automotive industry, metaverse is it could be a really good idea creating that. But again, if your budgets allow, because that's not cheap. Um, but that would be a really cool idea to do that. Actually, a prototype of the virtual car, a
Mhm.
real prototype of that car, and actually having the experience driving it before. Like if the car is launched in Malaysia and I'm here in Dubai and I want to just try to have an experience. And there is a way that I can actually import it if I like the car, if I like the experience in metaverse or whatever. But in general speaking, metaverse itself is not my favorite field because I don't think it has really much potential in the future. Apart from the physical products,
Yeah.
and actually creating this kind of unique experience, like driving the car itself before actually visiting the showroom. But you can actually create that even without metaverse. You can simply create a visual part, like a 3D visual part, into your like a walk around the showroom, or I don't know, experience of driving it, gamification on your website, which is still not cheap and requires lots of development. So
Yeah.
if you have time and you have excellent developers who can create that experience on your website or metaverse, and you have budgets for that, go for it.
Thank you. No, but because you were saying that we are shifting from the conventional marketing to digital marketing, meaning to say that in the digital marketing, I mean having the metaverse and all those things. But what we are saying is that we want to reach the audience first, and then from the audience we convert that into potential buyer, and then from potential buyer, we when they come to the showroom and all those things, we close the sales. But even if we just focus on the market without the audience, we will lose a lot of how should I say, excitement,
Yeah,
because we need to turn whatever little product that we have to launch it, we want to make it viral, so that the audience will people will come and visit that particular I mean product, whether it's on a website or whether it's on metaverse. Does not matter, right? But
yeah,
and yeah, okay, since you said that if you have the budget, we by all means go for it. Now this comes back to my point about the decision makers, the C level
yeah,
people who approve those budget. uh, these are sometimes the sorry to say, but sometimes people think that doing a live stream, doing short videos and all those things on TikTok or whatever, not it's not something that you need to invest a lot, because you can use the normal phone, your devices and whatever, not to do it. But you and I know the back end processes is not easy, especially what you say, the creative part,
yeah.
and you and then the content part, the production part, the a lot of things. I know because I'm doing live stream with you. I know the nitty
Yeah, you do
gritty
it
bit.
yourself. So you're basically a content creator. You are the speaker. You're the host. You are the digital marketeer. You are the cameraman. Whatever, all of it. Sound producer.
Yeah, no, that's why I say it's a self produced. It's a one man show, and I'm producing everything, and I understand. But these are the things that we need to make the decision makers, especially people who approve the budget, aware. Because YouTube sometimes, as much as it's good that it teach us a lot of things, but sometimes it can be the how shall I say, it backfires because people think it's easy. And this is
Yeah,
where your online digital marketing, online training, and those things, I believe you will face these challenges, Kuralay.
yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. First of all, I will just go through the C level, how to convince them, right? That
Yeah.
it's actually not easy. Uh, it's simple. You don't, because it's impossible. It's impossible, but I can share a few things that actually work convincing C level.
Uh-uh.
Well, C level people, they just work based on numbers. I'm gonna quickly share my screen and
Please.
maybe
Yeah.
we can just go and see what I'm talking about. This is latest statistics, and this is just fraction of that page. What is the success rate of digital marketing? It's a very generic question to ask, but you
Yeah.
can see. pay-per-click returns is $2 on every dollar spent. So it gives you 200% ROI. So let's say
Ah.
you advertise on Google. This depends on industry to industry, but this is based on the research they've done. Then they prove that Facebook ads and Google ads is the highest return. But then look
Mm-hmm.
at this: there's organic search brings you 49% of business, and it proved to be
Mm.
the best ROI because you don't really waste much money on that. You don't pay for that leads; they just come based on
Mm.
quality of content you post. It's organic. Email marketing gives you $36 for every one. And I actually read another study of Marketing Association that it gives you
Mm-hmm.
$42. So it's somewhere between that. And it's a lot. Look at these numbers. It is $36 for every $1 you spend. So this is the numbers. If you are a digital marketer like me and you are front of the CEO and you're convincing him about your services and actually asking for money to, we need to upgrade our website, asking for budget. This is the numbers to show. Like, let's say you want to upgrade your website, just say 49% of businesses uh, are received from organic search results because people simply look for everything online and you just want to be
Mm-hmm.
there on the first page in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy, and these numbers are crazy. And C-level people, when they approve the budgets, they just talk money
Yes.
language. So
Yes.
there is no way to talk about them about creative things.
Okay.
And just don't try it. Really. I mean, I've also sold the services, and I've talked to C-level people. I tried to convince them in different ways. So this is the one of the main ways that works is what
Okay.
kind of return. The main question in their head, like, I'm giving you this money. What is the return I'm getting, and when? And not when. I need it tomorrow. And this is how businesses work, right? It's all
Yes.
about expenses. You have the credit and debit and so on. So this is what they think about because they're responsible for company to be profitable. So that is the main interest that they have as a CEO, main responsibility for the employees. They need the company to be profitable so they can pay off their employees. So why don't you just show them, I'm not just gonna make you profitable. I'm gonna actually double your profits with
Mm.
this strategy, and that's gonna help. And just left leave all the creative work for me. Let's just say in a short conversation, this is the way to convince the C-level.
Okay.
But then, of course, you're right. Lots of work. And digital marketing people, they wear multiple hats, going from the creative data analysis, I don't know, communication skills, like trying to convince people, trying to explain things. And that's what I'm also teaching as part of my workshop, what it is and what it
Mm.
actually is, digital marketing.
Okay, so I mean, maybe you can touch a bit about on your workshop because you come out, you mentioned just now about your brand that you're launching your own brand, digital marketing superpower, and then you are doing online workshops and all those things. Maybe you can touch a bit on that product, and then maybe you can share with us what are the challenges that you face in running an online class. I know I face a lot of challenges, and I have a class tomorrow morning online. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, well, the technical part of it, of course, running the educational courses, workshops online. Yeah, there's different levels of challenges, but I think the main challenge, well, first of all, what it is, the digital marketing superpower, as I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation, it is a tool, a channel for me to share my expertise in digital marketing, to let people be aware of those new soft skills that they can actually learn, and it's easy way to learn it. It's right there on the touch of the fingerprint. It's actually, you can learn something on your mobile. You can read a lot of articles. You can connect for 1 or 2 hours in a week or month to learn absolutely new world of skills. So on monthly basis, I run about 3 workshops
Mm-hmm.
for free, such as email marketing. This month I did the how to increase your sales for a business with email marketing. As you
Mm.
saw in my last page that I
Yes,
showed you
correct.
the statistics, it gives you $36 to $42 and every dollar you spend. Crazy. So why don't you just want to learn it? Because it's so easy to do email marketing once you actually know what it is, how powerful it is, and how to utilize it. Then social media, I do workshops on Instagram growth. That's something that I also imply on my personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
You said you noticed how often I started posting, and it's mainly reels.
Hmm.
And I've actually also created, uh, I think many people who use Instagram have noticed a lot of video content, and it became completely reels, reels, reels in their feed. And
Hmm.
there is a reason for that. Reels gives you a huge exposure for non-followers. Like we talked about that audience experience, reaching
Hmm.
out to potential customers, which is audience experience. And Reels is something that helps you to reach that non-followers. So with my reels personally, I reach over 10,000 of non-followers, and I only have 1,000 followers on my account,
Wow.
slightly more. Yeah, so that's a huge thing, and it's for free, right?
Yeah.
And it's amazing because with Instagram ads, you can start paying, and you can reach thousands of people, and you can pay like $100 for that. But here you can do it for free, and it's amazing. I'm just gonna quickly share here Reels Ultimate Checklist that I have created last week, and I shared it with my audience on Instagram. Now I'm
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
use it for audience. Here, quick things to check before you create the reels, and I can pop the link here for, or I can share it to you
Yeah.
so that you can share it with your audience as well. It's a free tool to use, and just this is all knowledge that I have collected from my personal studies. I'm studying from different Instagram coaches, social media coaches myself, international coaches that have reached millions of followers in 6 months, 5 months time organically.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
crazy because it is possible, and the tool is out there. And if you have a new product launch, or you have a business that you write, or your personal brand that you want to develop, why don't you just use it? It's free.
No,
So
I mean, yeah, I saw your checklist, and it's very interesting because you posted that
yeah, I'm
link
talking about
on your,
digital marketing, right? It's free.
yeah.
You can actually start doing it, learning how to do it, and it's free to actually reach to that audience.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I'm quite tight this week, and also because I put it under safe, so I will revisit your checklist later when
Yeah,
I'm free next week, because I'm very tight this week. We are back to end with work and the classes today and tomorrow and all those things. But that is but I saw your checklist, and with that I think it's good that people will look at the checklist before they embark on digital marketing, right?
yeah. I just shared it here in our private chat. I think you can, if you want, you can share it with everyone in the chat as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
So we can download that list and have a look at it. But yeah, there's also lots of other tools and blogs that talk about reels, and just check it out how you can actually organically reach thousands of people just using that one small tool, one
Yeah.
feature of Instagram.
No, it's,
Um,
which is true, which is true. But the thing is, these are things that sometimes uh, I don't know whether I can share. I just want to share just one of the points that you put up here, if I
yeah,
may.
sure.
Uh, Let me just zoom it a bit. Uh, yeah, filming from multiple angles. Is it you want to make the video very interesting? Even like for us, our conversation sometimes I switch on off and all those things to don't want
Absolutely.
yeah, we don't want it to make too static, too passive and all those things. I know
2D.
yeah, I have another camera which will be taking from another angle, but what I'm trying to say here is that in building your content, that's
I
why
have one too. I have one too.
you see, this is how we work. I mean, for digital marketers, I'm not a digital marketer. I don't claim that I'm a digital marketer, but that's what I'm saying is that this is what I'm doing. But what I'm trying to get at is that you are right. For the C level, they are just interested in the numbers. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are just interested in the numbers, and then they don't want to look at other things as well. But the creative part will be coming from the team and the people who want to promote digital marketing, especially. I mean, I hope this conversation will help Amran also in launching his product, which is an automotive industry, which is a car,
Yeah.
and then from there they are able to develop something that is what you call that stop share. Okay. Meaning to say that able to assist them in coming up with the digital marketing for the product that they're going to launch rather than just physical marketing. And then I mean, apart from the conventional, they still need to do the conventional, but the digital is going to be there. And you run workshops, and Is it a paid workshop or is it a free workshop?
Yeah, so I have three free workshops. That's a given every month, and it depends different topics. Like this month, it's email marketing, Instagram, and SEO is upcoming soon for SEO marketing. And then I will be running growing your business online workshop, which will be paid, and it's basically a minimal payment, like $100 per person, and it's a 2-hour workshop. So that's going to be slightly more detailed. More of a course than a workshop, a longer format, and for those C-level or business owners, people who would actually gain monetary value out of this learning.
No, maybe one of these days I will fly you down from Dubai and bring you to Malaysia and give a talk on this digital marketing and all those things. I give you full day to talk to all these people about the whole scheme of things, because it's very interesting and it's very relevant that you are doing, and that is why a lot of companies, especially, facing this problem, because they are not aware of the awareness is they know you need how shall I say, they know they need digital marketing, but I think the awareness as to
Yeah,
the investment part, the
yeah,
resourcing part, especially money, people, you have to have talent. You cannot just
yeah,
have bodies. You need to have people with talents, the right skill,
yeah,
to run that digital marketing, and then
yeah,
to do the training, and all those things, to attend training, and then attending training is one thing, but what you do after training, post training, is important. I mean, just to share with you, I mean, I know the show is about you, but just to share with you, I've looked at YouTube about live streaming and all those things. I cannot understand until I do it. And
hmm,
then I know, from first season to the I mean from first episode in the season 1 to
yeah.
now we are in season 3. So I see a lot of things that I have improved personally, in
Grow.
my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah, from the first conversation right up to the first episode in season 1 to right now we are in season 3, episode 6, and I see that there are a lot of things that have improved. I am more conversant with all this what I call that, gadget and whatever that I
Gadgets.
have. Yeah, because it's a one man show. I don't have a team of product. I don't have a production team in front of me. I'm the
But I
cameraman.
think you're doing really great, and I've already told you that you have a really cool professional setup. I really envy that, and I really hope that when I grow up, I'll have the same setup and this quality of audio. I mean, I understand how much work it is behind, and I really command your consistency because wow, season 3 and so many episodes, and it's been so much content already developed. It's really cool, and you keep going. And I know you've been hit by coronavirus recently, and it wasn't that easy for you. And you just keep going now. As soon as you recover, that's amazing. So bravo! And
Thank
I'm
you.
happy to be your first guest after the recovery. So that's a huge privilege.
Okay, Amran has just commented here. Says that thank you for sharing, Miss Kuralay and Dr. Faisal. You're most welcome, Amran, and thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Mara.
being.
Please let me know how it goes with the new product launch. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
really, I like to know how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow us on on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, and all those things. And if you have any question, by all means, offline, you can still contact us, yeah, on those things through our various platforms. Yeah. Okay. But the thing is, I'm still waiting for your answer why you are doing this.
Why we're doing this? Yeah, well, um, as I mentioned, there's a huge demand for that as well, for the soft skills. First, second of all, is it is a huge excitement for me to learn
Mm.
something new myself, and because I do that on daily basis. I read multiple blogs. I'm subscribed to all the top thought leaders, such as Google itself, and then there's a hundreds of other blogs I'm subscribed to, and I read their newsletters on daily basis. And there's lots of changes in the way people market and the way businesses market. It's something that helps my own work with Liana Technologies, because I'm into that. I'm working with big corporate clients as well. But at the same time, it helps me to grow personally, to learn that, and to learn new skills, and that is something that I like to share. And I think I'm giving value to people. I don't know, it just happened that I developed this personal brand. First, it was on LinkedIn,
Uh-huh.
creating those articles to promote the services of Liana Technologies, my services, to promote the digital marketing services in Middle East. And then on Instagram, instead of just posting a picture of your lunch, of your, or just, yeah, you know,
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But I'm just saying, come on, just too much of that already on Instagram. I mean,
Yeah.
it's entertaining, and it could be also very, by the way, it could be very educating. There's lots of cooking channels that I follow as well, and it's really cool. To be honest, the only recipes I actually follow is from Instagram, because they really take 5 minutes to cook. So there is lots of value in that as well if you put it in a nice way as a content. But I'm saying I decided to create more value with my Instagram channel, with my personal page. And as you have told me today, you've noticed my page has changed a lot as well. So I'm shifting it more towards that digital marketing superpower only,
Mm-hmm.
and everything about myself. Who am I? Why am I doing that? But mainly, it was my personal page that I'm rebuilding on Instagram, and I think it gives me huge satisfaction providing that daily value to people. And I've noticed that even though it's my personal page and there's lots of family and friends, uh, to be true, they all work. They have manager or C level, or they have their personal brand, or they want to become popular on Instagram, or they have their own business. They're business owners. Lots of people, my friends and family who follow me, they're business owners. And
Uh-huh.
every tip that I share about digital marketing is actually useful for them. And I've noticed people
Ah,
say those tips. They comment. They say thank you for that. So I really have a huge satisfaction on sharing those tips and my knowledge, because in the end of the day, why would I keep it for myself only?
okay.
So
Oh,
that
that's
is the
very.
main reason I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very exciting. And one of the challenges is to reach out to those people to get more students on my workshops. As I just started, I have maximum 10 people joining the workshops. But now, as in Dubai, everything after coronavirus shifted to the live events. I'm joining multiple societies, such as the business communities, business councils, female business councils,
Mm-hmm.
different creative agencies that are organizing live trainings and workshops. I'm joining them as a guest speaker, and that is something that is coming soon. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah,
It's coming
yeah,
soon, and I'm really excited to do that. And as I spoke to you as well, I would really love to join your upcoming events in Malaysia and to be a guest speaker. It would be a huge pleasure to
yeah.
come back
Sure,
to
sure. Yeah,
work
yeah,
with
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Okay. I mean, time flies when we're having fun. We are coming up to the end of the show, but so just maybe what are three key points if you want to advise the users, people like Amran or Mastura and all those things? What are the three key takeaways that you want to advise them in doing your digital marketing and the challenges?
Yeah, well, the tricky takeaways is, as I mentioned also to Amran earlier, to be creative, because digital marketing is a it's also at the same time it's a lot of new things, but it's also at the same time saturated. Already we have lots of social media content created. In a millisecond, we have millions of those content creators. So just be creative, whether that's your new business, new product that you launch, or something exists in your own personal brand. Just be creative with your content. Consistency. So as I said, I command your consistency with 3 seasons going on, and that is something that it will actually bring results. And that's the most probably one of the main things that will bring results. A lot of people just start something new and they start promoting themselves online, their product and business, and then they just give up because they don't have enough audience viewership and so on.
Yeah,
The consistency has to be there, because remember, it's a saturated market as well.
yeah.
And the last one, I think, just have fun, because digital marketing, it's so much fun, and every day you learn something new, and that is the fun part. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, Kuralay, thank you very much for your time being with us on the show. It has been a very insightful on the digital marketing, and I look forward to seeing you again, whether it's online or face to face. Hopefully, face to face
absolutely.
here in Kuala
Same here.
Lumpur. Yeah.
Face to face.
Okay, with that, I wish you well. Just stay on for a while. We have a chit chat after this, and then let me just wrap up the session with that. Thank you very much. Spasiba, Rahmat.
Rahmat, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, thank you for being with us. And it has been a very insightful session about digital marketing. And I'm also humbled by what Corella is saying, why she do this. It's about giving back to the society, whatever knowledge that she has. And that comes back to why I have this talk show. It's a casual conversation with ordinary people like you and I that are taking extraordinary actions. I mean, she left Kazakhstan to be in Dubai, and then in Dubai, and she's doing all those things. And it's not something that um, uh, od- uh, it's not something that faint-hearted people can do it. It's a really extraordinary actions that she's doing. She's taking, yeah. And we also talk about the key takeaways about having fun, yeah, having fun, doing as much as you are being creative. You need to be creative because it's a saturated world out there, yeah. But you have to be creative, yes, very true. But you have to have fun on doing that. Okay, with that, before I end, I would like to say thank you for viewers who have been supporting me during pre-pandemic and during the COVID that I've experienced. I have been away for 5 weeks. Then this is again my first attempt to be on board. And I'm trying to very much trying to manage my vocal. But you can subscribe. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm on YouTube under Doc Faisal. You can see the video again on there. I'm on Facebook. You can also watch it there because I'm streaming it live to Facebook as well, and also on LinkedIn. And I'm on Instagram under Dot Faisal. And this episode will appear maybe in 3 months from now because I'm editing the previous episodes which I want to put on board onto the Spotify, which is a reduced audio version of this live stream into an audio file where I stream it on Spotify under Project Talks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, thank you very much for being with us. And please stay safe and have fun and have a blessed weekend. With that, thank you very much and good night or good.
Thank you, everyone. That's a wrap.